This February, history will be made. Millions will watch as 80 years of unjust stigma is left in the past. A product that drove good people to the black market will be revealed as one that's creating a new global market. This February, what inspired the symbol of counterculture will at long last be seen as just culture. The new normal is coming. Will you be one of the first to see it? Visit medmen.com to watch an exclusive preview.
Hey everybody, this is Toof, the country bumpkin at the Brothers Commonplace. Thanks for checking out our podcast. Just a quick disclaimer before we start though, we are a comedy podcast that covers many serious events. We aren't here to purposely offend or disrespect any of the people in our topics. We really aren't. But at the same time, we are trying to make each other laugh and crack jokes and just be goofs in a way, you know? Thanks for listening. Be good. Stay safe and try to laugh at the dark stuff.
All right, fellas, like we practiced.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Come on down. Come on down. Hanging with the brothers tonight, yeah. Come on down to the Brothers Commonplace tonight.
Alrighty, welcome everyone to the Brothers Commonplace, a comedy and crime podcast where we cover monsters, murders, mysteries, and more. And today we got a pretty fucked up story, but before we even think about talking about it, I want you to meet my boys, or it could just be my McNugget sauce. Either way, they're all sweet and sour, baby.
Nice.
So let's go, brothers.
What's up, guys? This is Tim, and I was going to be a jerk and start off with a Sharon Tate joke for this podcast, but I figured that'd probably cut a little bit too deep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
The name is Batty. The logic is erratic. Potato in a jacket.
Oh, fuck yeah.
What the
That's it.
I love it.
Okay, I was like, the fuck?
Price check on prune juice, Bob.
Oh, yeah.
That's where that's from, by the way. Yeah. Hey, what up? This is Spence, and that's how I roll.
Oh,
Fuck
yes.
Hey, guys, this is Toof, and just for fun, I brought my son with us today so he can listen live. You wanna say something, little Mikey? I hate when my dad plays D&D. It sucks. Oh, yeah, it sucks. You suck. That's why your mom left us. Oh, you're a funny comedian now, huh? What are you, Amy Schumer? 0 stars. There was more, but I forgot it.
Holy shit, dude. That was good.
0 stars. So on Netflix, that's like an 80% match.
Oh, yes.
And it's your boy, the dog. It's Kev, coming at you unexpectedly, much like that turd that was found in that blanket on Delta Airlines.
Oh,
That's a
what?
thing.
I don't know what that is. What the hell?
Yeah, that happened like a month ago.
Oh, shit, yes.
I forget who
Hey,
found it. It was a famous comedian. It was in her blanket. There's a
Dude, was it
turd.
Amy Schumer?
No, no, it was just Amy Schumer wrapped in the blanket. So I had 3 intros to work on. That one was a last minute one I threw in because the other 2 were so fucking bad.
Are you going to save them for later at least? Or are you going to use them now?
I don't know. Do you want one real quick?
Yep.
Okay, one was going to be after I say, like, yo, what's up? It's the dog, Kev. I just want all you guys listening to know just how incredibly lucky you all are, because I grew up real poor. I didn't have a radio or a CD player. We didn't have a tape deck. If I wanted to listen to Meatloaf, the closest I would get to listening to Meatloaf would be when I put my ear up to my mom's asshole after supper.
Oh, fuck yeah. What? Are you kidding me?
Dude, why the fuck did you use that
That's
one?
your best one yet.
That was great.
I really didn't think it would get any laughs.
Oh, my God, that was good.
It had cuss words in it. It had slight incest. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, we had meatloaf for dinner that day, so that was really didn't think it'd get any laughs. Cool. So alrighty, our topic for today is Luka, Rocco, Magnotta. But before we go any further, Spence, subreddit of the week, brother.
The subreddit of the week. I can't believe this has lasted this long. The subreddit of the week is Our Imaginary Monsters. And this is a subreddit dedicated to artwork of monsters that people find on the internet and share on Reddit. So like sea serpents and creepy things out in the woods and giant things that look like a living mountain and all kinds of shit.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that sounds cool as hell.
So check out Imaginary Monsters.
You know, it's not imaginary. dragon turtle.
Yeah,
Dragon
that's
Turtle.
fucking real. We know that's
yeah,
real.
dude.
Yeah.
That's what took out the Mary Celeste.
Dude, that almost sounds like that's the band name for Andy from Parks and Rec.
Dude,
It
could have been one of his many.
Yeah.
Scarecrow boat.
Yeah, really, we can go back through when he names them all off. It might be one of them.
So, alrighty, 2 things real quick before we jump into the case. The first one is going to be our honorary brother of the week. So, honorary brother, Sir, I don't know if it's supposed to be MacGyver or Matt Gaver because it
Dude.
clearly has the word gay in it.
Say MacGyver.
Oh, I thought you were
Just
gonna say-
MacGyver. Wait,
So-
didn't MacGyver have the?
Does it? I don't know how MacGyver is spelled.
I think it might have had a GAY in it too. I don't know. MacGyver had a gay in it when I was watching it, or at least a gay watching it.
I think that's pronounced.
That's so stupid.
So, this iTunes review, 5 stars, never a letdown. This is in my top 5 podcasts to listen to each week. Never a dull moment. Love the quick comebacks and off-the-wall commentary. #wild man.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah.
I love
Hashtag
that.
wild
that
man.
in. Yeah, that's awesome. I think was he the first person that actually added that into a.
Well,
Review.
I know Krista from Dark Divide has hit us on Twitter with it a few
Nice.
times. So
Awesome.
shout out to her also. And then the very last thing, I know we got a lot of stuff going on
Wait,
before the case.
Real quick,
But
when you said capital GAY, I had so many flashbacks to 8th grade. It's pretty much my nickname.
and we got an email today from our brother from down under, Daniel.
Fucking
And
Daniel.
I want to explain how I feel. And I think the best way to do it is to say, have you guys ever dated someone who's way out of your league? That's kind of how I feel with Daniel. Because this guy is so fucking cool. We don't deserve him.
That's right.
Now,
So great.
now I know why he's in Australia, not the United States, because they need him down there for when all those killer, scary fucking animals get out of line. They need someone to fucking whip their ass. So, thank you, Daniel, for doing a.
And the fucking Wolf Creek serial killers and shit.
Yeah. He made a request. We're gonna get on that in a couple weeks. So,
Absolutely.
thank you, Daniel.
Daniel's a man.
So, anything else before we jump into the case?
I also love that he said he was getting ready to watch SmackDown. Just got to throw that out there. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's
I-
cool as shit.
I just
man.
watched that Wait, that was when we got it was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just watched that yesterday too. So that's awesome.
I didn't know critters and animals from Australia were into BDSM. Because he's going to whip their ass.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, I don't know how I didn't get that at
Yeah, I
first.
didn't either. So, I know we give our disclaimer at the beginning of the show. This is a different disclaimer because this is going to be the most fucked up case that we've talked about so far. So, just a heads up. And next week, we're going to do something a little lighter because this is really, really messed up.
So next week we're doing our Holocaust episode.
Oh, God, Jesus.
So save the laughs, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Luka Rocco Magnotta. Today, we're talking about one of the only piles of shit that is bigger than that one that Malcolm from Jurassic Park took off his sweet shades to look at.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Luka Magnotta, my most hated person that we've talked about so far. He is a
Wow.
man that was willing to do anything to get any amount of recognition that he could.
Did any of you guys think his name sounds like a volcano?
It's not his real name,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, it's
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
if they were like, oh yeah, they're making this movie about this volcano that erupted and it was
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
the-
like, okay, yeah.
the
I mean,
Luka
it also-
Rocco Magnotta.
Yeah.
It also sounds like he had an interesting modern life.
Oh, yes, Rocco. I love that.
It sounds like it could be a song from like the 1930s.
Yeah.
Or possible that it's in that Mambo 45 song.
Mambo number 5.
That's it.
A Luka Rocco Magnotta all night long.
shit.
Little bit of Pamela. So,
Or it could be a city from Brazil.
oh, Jesus. So I'm not going to say the main thing that this guy is known for right away. It's really fucked up, but I want to save it for towards the end because he does a lot of fucked up shit leading up to it. So you're going to hear us talk about something and be like, holy shit, that's it.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not it. So
He's a fucked up guy.
yeah,
I'll say it's like he's a grieving friend. We're like, yeah, dude, that's fucked up.
man, that's fucked up.
Dude, that shit sucks.
It reminds me of like the Office Space neighbor. Hell no. You get your ass beat saying something like that.
So every time there's more, do you want me to do but wait, there's more?
Oh, you will do it as many times.
Yeah. I wish like Andrew would just run in and say that and leave every time.
But yeah, everything about this guy, I really just cannot stand. I don't like his voice, the way he talks, the faces he makes. Just everything about this guy, I hate. And I kind of feel like him, like the way Miss Scarlet in Clue feels about Yvette, where she does the flames on the side of my face. That's how I feel. I really hate this fucking guy. And I think one of the things that makes me hate him so much is that there are a lot of people online that like this guy and defend him.
What?
Like, if you go to any YouTube video, there's comments about like, oh, look how attractive he is and all this shit.
Ted Bundy was an attractive guy. Who fucking cares?
Actually, I would take that as like the worst insult ever if the YouTube comments were defending me.
Yeah, that is kind of true.
But yeah, so before we get into the details of this crime, let's start from the beginning. And let's talk about, as Paul Stanley would say, this fucking schmuck, this guy right here. So I'm probably going to insert an audio clip right here so you can hear how he talks. It really fucking gets under my skin. I hate it.
John, how come when his voice was lower, yours went lower?
I have a very deep voice. A lot of people tell me that, actually.
So how do you get your voice so deep?
How do I get my voice so deep? Practice makes perfect, right?
You've got kind of a Ryan Philippe vibe going on.
A lot of people tell me that, like, they remind me of, like, 54, that movie, you know?
Yeah, he happens to be one of my favorites, too.
Oh, really?
I think you look good. I think that your body is a little bit slim.
I used to be really overweight, to be honest. I used to be really overweight, and I lost, like, weight.
Really? How did you do that?
I just, like, got up every morning at, like, 4 o'clock and, like, ran constantly. And people would tell me, oh, stop running, and I just kept doing it, basically.
What's your idea of overweight?
I used to be really overweight, but
Luka, Magnotta is my last name. Born Eric Clinton Kirk Newman, which why the fuck would you change that name?
Yeah,
that name's
dude,
fucking
that's
way
sweet.
better than the other one.
Oh, yeah.
He was born on July 24th, 1982 in Scarborough, Ontario. And I'm surprised this guy's Canadian. I don't know why, just such a fucked up case. I just assumed he was from like the U.S. or I don't know, like the Ukraine or something.
Yeah, Ukraine I can definitely see.
Did they have a fair in that town?
Are you
going
to Scarborough Fair?
Fuck yeah.
Luka, Magnotta, Rocco, something.
Rocco in time? Eric, he was the oldest of 3 kids, and his parents split when he was young. And he said that he was closest to his grandmother. However, in some reports say that his grandmother used to like beat him and shit. But some reports say he was closest to his grandmother, so I don't know. And he was also homeschooled for a little bit because he was told that the world was a dirty and dangerous place. So he's kind of already off to a shitty start.
Yeah.
And it was said that the only person he really cared a lot about and got along with was his sister. And he hated his stepdad. He referred to him as a monster. And he didn't have a great relationship with his real father either. In high school, he didn't act or stand out. Most referred to him as just a student that was there, and he was pretty forgettable. By the time he was 22, he was struggling with depression and underwent a psychiatric assessment and was prescribed medication for the rest of his life. And that's pretty much all we have for his early life that I could really find.
So they like prescribe medication and say you have to take this for the rest of your life?
That's according to a documentary I watched.
For depression?
Take this forever. I think he had some other mental shit.
Oh,
they give him an assessment after everything that happens.
Oh, okay.
And he eventually gets like a lot of shit.
Oh,
like they mentioned a lot of shit that was wrong with him.
Okay.
When I was doing my intense 2-day research on this, I was looking up what medications he was taking for depression because I suffer from it myself. And we took 2 of the exact same things. Bug juice, grape kind, and those little hug juices that came in little barrels. We both took those. That's just fucking crazy, dude.
And you both did the thing where you take your buck teeth and stick it to the top of it and drink through the hole. That's what I did.
It's crazy because it seems to be working for Toof, so I don't know how that didn't work for him.
Yeah, I'm not fucking crazy anymore.
In 2003, he became a Canadian pornographic actor and a model, and you can see a bunch of his audition videos on YouTube for different shows, and he's like such a fucking cunt. Like I hate this guy.
But have you seen the porn?
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this cock sucks.
Dude,
Possibly.
I really hope that his dick's like super small. That's my only hope.
And he would occasionally work as a stripper and a male escort. In 2005, he was in an issue of Toronto's Fab magazine. That was Fab, F-A-B.
Yeah.
Where he went under the name Jimmy.
Was it just Jimmy, no last name?
I think just Jimmy.
Dude, he should have just fucking kept that, man.
Oh my god, little Jimmy.
Was it Jim?
Should have
I
been.
thought you were going to go into the crazy frog, dude. He does that in his audition.
Bum, 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 bum.
I was quoting Muppet Treasure Island, so it was even cooler.
And in the audition videos, every time something is said to him, he would always reply with, well, yeah, a lot of people tell me that. They're like, yeah, you have a deep voice. Like, a lot of people tell me I have a deep voice, yeah. They're like, yeah, I think you're a little bit too skinny. You need to put on a little bit of muscle. He's like, well, I used to be overweight. A lot of people told me I need to lose some weight and put on some more muscle. Like, he always says that. He starts every sentence with, a lot of people tell me. And it's like, no one is fucking telling you any of this shit, dude. And
What's the donkey from Winnie the Pooh called?
Eeyore.
Yeah.
All right, fucking. He's just mad because he fucking failed that audition, even though he sounded pitch perfect.
Hey, Pooh.
And at one point, they tell him that he's like, yeah, you're a pretty attractive guy. And he replies, yeah, a lot of people tell me I'm devastatingly good looking.
Oh, fuck this guy, man.
And he also has like these short, like 20-second clips of him where he's in a condo where he is talking and he's acting like somebody is in there talking to him, but there's clearly nobody else in the room.
Yeah.
So he'll like, it's like a 20-second video. He'll be the one holding the camera. He's like, no, I'm just looking outside. I'm looking at this. And he acts like he's talking to someone. Clearly he's not.
Yeah.
So you can tell he's got some fucking problems.
Yeah, for those YouTube videos, they always cut before somebody calls him a retard. So you can't say, yeah, a lot of people call me that. So
He had an unsuccessful competitor gig on a reality series called Cover Guy. And in February 2008, he would also have multiple cosmetic and plastic surgeries so that he could audition for a show called Plastic Makes Perfect. It was on the Slice Network, whatever the fuck that is. It just sounds like straight trash to me.
Holy shit, dude. I hope it's just the pop slice.
Dude, I was thinking it'd be like a sweet TV show for like horror movies and stuff.
Yeah.
And in it, like, they talk to him about like plastic surgeries and like which ones you want to have and which ones you've had done, stuff like that. And he goes into like all these details on stuff he's had done. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to get muscle implants. And he goes on, and the girl's like, yeah, do you think maybe you have an addiction? And he's like, yeah, a little bit. And he makes jokes about it. And there's a part where they ask him, like, what he rates, like, what's important to him. And he's like, well, looks are number one. Jesus. Intelligence is two. And whatever after that, he's like, whatever the rest is, I don't even know. That doesn't matter. He's like, actually, only one matters.
Yeah.
So all he cares about is looks.
Yeah, we could tell the intelligence doesn't matter in much, guy.
Wow. Yeah, I heard that when he was in porn, his specialty was eating ass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you'll understand that joke.
Seems like it probably is.
You'll also understand that joke later.
Yeah, like if he's supposed to pay for muscle implants, from what I didn't even know that was a fucking thing, but if you have the money for that, just buy a fucking gym membership, you lazy fucking idiot. Just, go work out.
Well, he gets pretty far into debt also. Like, we'll talk about his first crime now, which was in 2005. He was convicted not once, not twice, but 3 times on a count of fraud, as well as 1 count of impersonation. And this is what he did. He had impersonated a woman to apply for credit cards and also purchasing over $10,000 worth of goods. He was caught, however, and would end up pleading guilty and receiving a 9-month sentence and 12 months of probation. And the worst part of this is he met the girl that he was impersonating. She was a 21-year-old girl online. He met her in 2004, and she had the mental capacity of an 8 to 12-year-old.
Oh, what a fucking dick.
This is the least worst thing this guy does, is messing up a handicapped girl's life.
It's bad that that's the fucking least. Where it's like, what was wrong with her? Like, she just have, like...
They just said she had the mental capacity of an 8 to 12-year-old. And he was also said to have sexually assaulted the woman and even videotaped it. Mm-hmm. However, the sexual part of the case, when he was ever convicted for the other one, would get dropped. So if that wouldn't have happened, if the sexual assault part would have never gotten dropped, then who knows how everything would have played out. Like this could have all never happened. Everything after this maybe never would have happened.
Could have been in prison for that.
And if he was out of prison, he would have been on like parole and on a list and all this other shit, you know?
Yeah.
But also the judge told him that you have a medical problem and you need to always take your medication. Otherwise, your life is going to get messed up. And you can go ahead and just guess right now if you want, if he listened to that advice.
Yeah.
Nah.
That fucking, I didn't know. I didn't read about any of that. That's fucking disgusting.
And it was after this in 2006 when he reinvented himself and changed his name to Luka Rocco Magnotta.
This was fucking after he did that?
So he changed his name after all that to Luka Magnotta.
Okay.
And then he would meet a transgender woman named Barbie, and she would soon become his girlfriend.
Nice.
He has fallen in some of Tooth's footsteps then with the medication and then the...
Yeah, if they make a movie after this, you're going to need to get your permission. That doesn't even make any sense at all. And during an interview with Luka about being an escort, he states that he loves his job because he gets to meet new people, he gets to make his own hours, and since he's a people person, he really enjoys it, and it all just works out great for him. Yeah, you're a fucking wonderful people person.
There's
dude.
like a nice double entendre there. He gets to meet people.
Yeah.
It's fucked up that this is all after that. I didn't realize that.
Wait, after what?
After, because I didn't even know that whole sexual assault thing happened, but...
Oh, yeah, this is all in order of the crimes he committed.
Yeah, so
it starts with this.
Yeah. Ugh.
Barbie stated that she could tell that he had problems and that it showed. She said that his body language would always shift and his character and mannerisms would change. And she also states that he was super into himself, which if you've watched one interview or seen one video clip of him, it's not a surprise at all. This guy's a huge narcissist, a giant ego, and just loves himself more than anything in the world. And he loved all the attention he would get from his videos. And Barbie stated that he would mention that his goal was to get famous, and everything he did was a calculated attempt for him to get famous.
Yeah, this dude's a fucking idiot. I'm hating him more and more the more you fucking go, and you haven't even gotten to the worst thing.
Yeah, I hate this guy.
Honestly, what year was this when this part happened?
This is around 2006.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
If this is around 2002, all you do is fight The Undertaker. He would have made him famous.
Oh, shit, yeah. Fuck yeah, he would have.
And Luka would take tons of photos of himself, and he would also beg Barbie to take his photo all the time, and everything in the relationship was all about him. So yeah, he's obsessed with his own beauty and making himself appear youthful and perfect. And he's also very obsessed with plastic surgery. And if you can see the video, him talking about it, he goes through all the details of all the different surgeries he's had.
I'm surprised he didn't just change his name to Kardashian.
And after all of his reality show auditions, the same thing would happen. Like, they would talk to him, and they would say, yeah, he's a good-looking guy. But they would reject him and tell him he didn't have what it takes because they would always say he was just really fucking creepy, which he is. Just everything about him is creepy, the way he talks and shit. In which to someone like Luka, after getting rejected, it would only make him fall deeper into his depression and obsession. And this is where things start getting a lot fucking weirder. Yeah.
That wasn't weird enough.
In 2007, there were rumors online about how Luka had started a relationship with a Canadian murderer named Karla Homolka. And I don't know a ton about Karla, but I did do a quick Google search and showed that she and her husband at the time had raped and murdered at least 3 minors.
What the fuck?
However, she was released in 2005, I believe. I don't know a whole lot about that case. I know we have some Canadian listeners. If you want to fill us in, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, was that in Canada or was that in West Virginia?
This is all Canada.
Oh, because they fucking rape minors.
That's a good joke. I like that.
But yeah, so there's these rumors and stuff online that Luka Magnotta is dating Karla Homolka. So now take one fucking guess how the story got started and where the stories and rumors online came from.
From him?
Exactly, yeah.
Jesus.
Barbie claims that Luke made all this up and posted it.
God.
And she knew that he made it up and it was all lies because he was an obsessed fan with Karla and her husband for some reason. And he wanted to be connected to their names. But yeah, he was really obsessed with them.
That's how he wanted to get famous? Yeah, I'm just going to tell everybody I'm banging this fucking rapist and murderer.
Just wait. He even posted a tribute video online to Carla and himself, stating that they were living together and enjoying a life in the Caribbean. And it was like a slideshow, a bunch of pictures. And there's one picture of him off in the distance with a blonde girl who maybe from far away looks just like her. It's a picture of him and his mom.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, so how do you think Luka reacts to this made up story that he created?
He's probably proud of it, right?
He's probably outraged at it.
This is what he does. So there's rumors and stories online about Luka dating this murderer. However, Luka would personally reach out to the Toronto Sun and deny these allegations. He created this fake story just so he could go to the newspaper to deny it.
Yeah.
So this, it's like, he's like, hey, I just showed up here to say it's not true. I'm not dating Carla. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Who the fuck are you? Like,
Yeah.
You know?
Well, a lot of people say I was dating her, but actually I'm not.
Okay, sorry.
You know, it would make sense if it was something not so just wrong.
Yeah.
Like, he could have used some. I mean, because it's not going to work anyway. But you could have used something. Say you're just dating some celebrity or some shit. It doesn't have to be a fucking rapist murderer.
And the thing is, like, no one knows who he is. They know who she is, obviously, but they don't know who he is. Yeah, he's done some porn videos.
When he was saying this, was she like locked up or
No, I think she was out at this time.
like she already served her time?
No, I think
She got released somehow. Like I said, I don't know all the details of it, but I know she got released by this time.
wait,
Oh,
back.
okay.
That's fucking crazy.
In the interview with the Toronto Sun, this is what he says, quote, I want to set the record straight. We have no connection. This is making me have a nervous breakdown. My reputation is completely ruined. And he goes on, he's like, yeah, casting directors, they all know who I am now. I go in there and I'm not getting parts. It's like, dude,
man,
none of this is fucking real,
You
dude.
fucking weren't getting parts anyway, guy.
And like I mentioned, if you think this is weird and fucked up already, this psychopath is just getting started.
Dude, like the best part is like, yeah, I don't know where all this came from. Yeah, the slideshow came from your YouTube, like Luka Magnotta, too cute. Is that you?
Oh, just wait till you hear about his online accounts.
Oh fuck yeah!
Just
dude,
wait.
We're getting there.
So fall of 2010, Luka posts a video to his Facebook wall titled 3 Guys, 1 Hammer, which if you haven't seen it, it's a fucking horrific video of a man being beaten to death by 3 teenage killers. They like beat him with a hammer. You can hear him like fucking breathing and dying to this whole thing. They stab him in the abdomen with a screwdriver. They murder him for it's awful. And so yeah, he posts that on his Facebook. And I don't know a whole lot about the kids that did it or teenagers that did it, but I think they ended up killing like a bunch of people and they'd record it on their phone and shit.
The fuck.
Yeah, but it was like during that time where people would post a bunch of fucked up video, like 2 girls, 1 cup, 2 girls, 1 finger, all that stupid shit.
That's
And they would post it
nasty.
online, and then people would make like reaction videos.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like what he is getting at. What he's like, well, this brought me a shit ton of attention by posting it on my Facebook. It doesn't matter if it's negative.
Yeah.
Any attention will please this guy.
Jesus.
So to save me a quick Google search, what's 2 girls, 1 finger?
Oh my god.
It's 2 girls, 1 cup, but way worse.
Yeah, it's really bad.
You mean way better?
Dude, I got like 10 seconds into both, but I feel like I was more disgusted in that time
Yeah.
than the 2 girls, 1 finger.
Because they
was that
do
the puke one?
Yeah, they do all the same
okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Alright, yeah.
Now, toward the end of 2010, so he posted that video on his Facebook fall 2010. Toward the end of that year, somebody on multiple online message boards was hyping up a video titled 1 Boy, 2 Kittens. Messages such as, hey, have you seen this video? Have you heard about a video called 1 Boy, 2 Kittens? Or you got to see this video. Hey, where can I find this video? And you can also probably guess who's the one on all the message boards under different names posting that.
Yeah.
The video is of an unidentified man. He places 2 kittens in a sealed bag, and then he sucks out the air with the vacuum. Within minutes, the video went viral, and people were outraged. He's just a fucking heartless monster. So yeah, he would do that. He would hype up these videos, and then he would post them. So like he would get all the attention for it, and then he would post the videos.
Nobody's ever gonna be like, hey, dude, you guys gotta check out this video. These 2 kittens being tortured. Like, I mean, okay, I guess there are probably some people that would say that, but not normally.
And it wasn't just the fact that he killed these poor kittens, but before he kills them, they're like laying on a bed and he's petting them and cuddling them and treating them nicely. And then he does this.
Yeah.
So that...
Dentist system.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus, dude.
Well,
oh, my God. But and we're not even, if you think like, oh, is this the fucked up shit you're talking about? We're about a third of the way through.
Yeah.
So we're not even close to that shit yet.
He did like say why he did that. He said that like afterwards he wanted people in like his porn videos to call him the pussy destroyer.
Oh, God.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Well, this is like last week. It's gonna be tough to be funny. Like this is, I think, the only one I didn't write a single joke in.
Yeah.
It's really fucked up. So, a former U.S. soldier went online and started a group on Facebook to find this guy and catch him. And within it's like immediately like thousands of people joined and just trying to find out who it is. It's just such a piece of shit. And Luka had earned himself the name Vacuum Kitten Killer. And within 24 hours of the video being posted, he still wasn't done. He had released 2 more videos and photos. And people were convinced that he was taunting the online community by posting all these and thinking that he had something bigger planned. Because a lot of murders and killers start off with animals.
Yeah.
And they're like, if this sadistic fuck is doing all this shit to animals for attention, then who knows what he's capable of.
How did he pay for rent or anything? Did he live like at his parents, or did he live with that
No,
Barbie? Or
he might have stayed with people in some places. There's a time where they try to find him and there's no apartment linked to his name. But he's also had different aliases also.
Oh, okay.
And now animal rights groups were also joining and trying to find out who had done this and try to put a stop to it. So one of the photos that was posted online was a picture of him holding the 2 kittens while they were still alive. However, his face was blurred out. But after searching online very quickly, like within days, they would soon find another picture that was posted, which was the exact same picture, except this time his face wasn't blurred.
The fuck?
What an idiot.
Did he
No,
do
he
that?
did it on
What
purpose
a
so
fucking
people
idiot.
would come to him, so he would get attention.
Jesus.
So like
man.
first he builds it up,
Yeah.
like here's a picture that's blurred, and he would post on sites like, oh, I found the picture. Like he's outing himself for all the attention.
Jesus.
Dude, this guy is better than the fucking Riddler, man.
Yeah.
So this obviously led the groups to Luka Magnotta, and he's doing all this shit on purpose. Like he planted the blurred and unblurred pictures online.
Yeah.
So this way people are searching for him and he's getting the attention. He's just so fucked up. So 4 days later, another clue showed up. A message that many believed was actually typed by Magnotta once again. And this is what the message says. Quote, "The name of the kitten vacuumer you're looking for is Luka Magnotta. He was born in Russia, lives in Los Angeles, and has lived in several different countries. The apartment in the video is located in West Hollywood. Hope this helps. I'm 100% serious." One thing about this is he mentions Los Angeles and Russia a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's because Los Angeles is because he wants to be a star. Russia he mentions all the time, but he's not. He's fucking Canadian.
He looks Russian.
But he always mentions this shit, and he always mentions like living in all these other countries and stuff. We'll go into more details about the stuff he posts online also.
So that's a lie, right? Like it wasn't in Los Angeles.
No,
right?
he's not in Los Angeles at all. He's in Canada. So to try and find Luke and narrow down his Luka, and narrow down his location, amateur detectives and investigators, they started Googling his name to find out more about him. And everything they find is just insane and overwhelming. There's hundreds, thousands of pictures of him, the details of his porn career, his obsession with serial killers, and not only that, but tons of people online posting about him, which were all actually believed to have been made by Luka himself.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
He had over 70 Facebook pages, eventually up to hundreds, and 20 websites that he set up under different names. He also had MySpace profiles, YouTube channels, blogs, all this crazy shit. He stated he had a house in Paris, in Boston, Miami. He had pictures of him in fancy cars. He had people talking about him on message boards, referring to him as the Prince of Canada. And he was saying he was living like a celebrity life in all these fancy cars, nice houses, but none of this is real. It's all made up bullshit. It's all photoshopped. He put his face on people's bodies and he'd pass them off as himself.
Jesus.
But he just made all these websites about him being like a celebrity and shit, but it's not real. But like he would make his own Wikipedia pages. They'd get taken down. He'd make more. So he's creating this whole life that doesn't exist. But that's so lame. How are you going to Photoshop yourself on someone else's picture and post it as yourself? So yeah, Magnotta's claiming to be in all these countries and living this high-profile life. However, he was soon found out. He posted a picture of himself that was taken using a cell phone, and the GPS tracking data on the phone showed that he was in Toronto. And this picture was taken in late October. The kitten video was posted November 28th. So now they're able to narrow it down and know where he lives. And they contacted the police and hoped that they would handle it immediately and as a priority. However, unfortunately, they have no address linked to his name. All they knew was that he was most likely in Toronto or had recently been in Toronto. So it's like they got a lead, but it's like they're so close, but yet like so far, you know?
Is it because he changed his name? Is that like how he's been able to stay off the grid?
He uses aliases and he doesn't have a paper trail at all.
He has that paper route.
He's got that paper route, yeah.
Right.
Hey, it must be that paper boy.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I think the easiest way to like capture him would just be like, "Hey, I'm a Hollywood agent. I'm looking for Luka Magnotta."
Yeah.
And like literally just post it online, and that stupid fucker would come running.
Oh yeah, dude, that really would be it.
And the thing is like he's loving this because he created all this himself, and now people are trying to find him. And this was in February 2011 when the police were contacted. And 8 months later, Luka still hadn't been found or reached out to.
Jesus.
November 2011, a year after the vacuum video, online searchers have received an email with the video link stating, "You should check out this new video." And also at the same time, he was emailing out links to another video. The first video, so yeah, he reached out with 2 different videos, and he's emailing all the people looking for him, and just it's the same thing before. Hey, you guys need to check this video out. Same shit.
Yeah.
The first video was of an unidentified man wearing a Santa hat and feeding a live kitten to a python.
Oh, what the fuck?
The second video was of a kitten taped to a broom handle and then being held underwater until it was dead.
No, that's fucked up.
Jesus.
And Luka, once again, had personally been the one that sent out these video links. If you're wondering if this is the most fucked up part yet, no, still not there.
This dude's just like not even making a living because he's not getting like paid for this at all, but he's really just killing kittens. That's just what he's doing right now.
Just
killing
for
kittens
attention. And then throwing his name out there so they look for him so he gets more attention.
Ugh.
And that's what kind of sucks about doing this podcast is like, I know we don't have a lot of listeners, but Luka would be excited.
Oh yeah,
knowing that more people are hearing about him.
Easily.
This is for you, buddy.
Unless we edit, unless we edit out his name and put in a new one, so we'll just change it. Andrew Carnell. No, I'm joking. Just joking.
Andrew is the original pussy destroyer. So
there's a small chance maybe he'll be on here next week. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, he mentioned it to me too.
So now we're going to jump back a few months to July 2011. 33-year-old Chinese international student Jun Lin, I think it's Jun Lin, Lin.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either.
He had just arrived in Ontario following a dream of his to go to college, and he really wanted to go to Canada. So this is like his dream scenario.
Sounds like he just stepped out of Street Fighter 2.
Dude, I was fucking so close to cracking a Mortal Kombat joke.
No,
dude, it really is. Just, we're global citizens.
Fighter games.
And he grew up in rural China, and his family had put all their hope into him, where he was studying a degree in computer science, and after graduating, he was going to support his family and sister with his new career.
Wow, big surprise.
No, this guy gets a pretty bad ending, dude.
He does get a bad ending.
And
well, I mean, from his country, they're usually known for happy endings.
Oh, dude.
It's hard enough being like a Chinese foreign exchange student, but he's 33 years old going over here, and it's like all brand new to him. So even though he's 33...
Yeah, what was that like for you, Kevin?
You know, it was kind of easy because I went to a junior college.
You're like Kevin Durant. You took the easy road, huh?
No, shit.
Yeah,
And
Oh, man, it was the hardest road.
Oh, yeah.
And even though he was 33, his mother and family worried about him living in a city in a different country. So he would video record himself walking, and he would send her clips of the buildings and on his walk to class. So he would be like, yeah, see, this is my road. This is how I walk to school. This is where I go. Look at all these buildings. During this time, nobody knew where Magnotta was. Online, he had stated that he had fled to Russia. The UK Sun newspaper, so this is the UK, printed a front-page article on December 3rd of 2011 asking for help to catch the sicko that fed the kitten to a python. And also 2 days later, Magnotta himself went into the Sun's office and tried to clear his name, saying that he was framed and that people were pretending to be him.
Oh, yes.
my God.
Yes.
And I also heard that they received an email earlier that day saying Luka Magnotta is the one who did this, and then he just shows up later in the day to defend himself. So it's like
He fucking sent that guy.
it's
the
not a
email.
surprise.
Yeah.
Like, they know you're the one doing this.
Yeah. Like, he really created this whole thing just to say that people were trying to be him just to get famous.
And they recorded a little bit of the audio from this, and everyone's just like, yeah, this dude's so fucking creepy. And the next day, the Sun received an email that said, so this is what happened. He sends an email to him, then he shows up, and then he tries to clear his name saying he was framed and shit. And then the next day, the Sun receives this email. It's fun watching people work so hard gathering all the evidence, then not being able to name me or catch me. You see, I always win. I always hold the trump card, and I will continue to make more movies. Next time you hear from me, it will be in a movie I'm producing that will have some humans in it, not just pussies.
Oh, what the hell?
Jesus, dude.
How did they not call the cops on him like right then and there when he first came in there?
Well, the London police were notified of the encounter in email.
Wait.
However,
London?
yeah, the UK Sun.
Wait. He was in Canada, right?
Yeah,
But he flew.
Yeah, he
Oh
like
my
no
God,
one
he
could find him.
fucking flew there?
No one could find him.
Oh my God.
This is the UK Sun. And the London police were notified of the encounter in email. However, they stated it was out of their jurisdiction.
Oh my God.
Because they don't actually have anything on them, technically.
They kind of had enough, I would think, but...
And he then seemed to disappear from the UK, and he had seemed to disappear altogether except back to his online personas. The soldier and the online groups trying to find Magnotta had not been getting any help from the police that they wished they had. Granted, at the time, though, I don't really know if there was anything they could honestly do. I mean, there is some stuff they could have done, but I mean, they're probably not going to waste their time on being like, hey, we think this guy's killing kittens, especially if they don't know it's him for sure. However, they put together a rock-solid video that would show proof that Magnotta was indeed guilty and was the person behind this. They posted pictures of Magnotta as well as clips from the kitten videos that showed the same pillows, clothes, bed, background, and evidence like that. So they got the pictures from the video, the clips of the video, and then normal pictures that Luka posted where it shows it's the actual same room.
Did he fucking do that on purpose?
I'm pretty sure it's all calculated.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's the one who leaked the picture of him with the unblurred face with the same kittens.
Yeah, like what if not, then he would just be a fucking idiot to do it in his bedroom.
The police told him that the evidence was building up. However, they don't know where he is, and they don't have a suspect to question, so they would need to be able to locate him in order to do anything.
And this is in what, like 2012 right now, basically?
This was 2011, 2012, yeah.
How in the fuck have they not found this guy yet?
And he's like flying all over and hard to catch, I guess. Luka also did some weird tricks to try and throw off the detectives. One example is that he had recorded Russians talking from a TV show, and he placed the audio into one of his kitten videos so that it sounded like there was a Russian in the background.
Shit,
so like
dude.
Maybe people would think he was in Russia.
Holy shit.
I don't know. It's just, I fucking hate this guy.
That's almost smart. Like, that
I
almost
hate this
is.
fucking guy.
Yeah.
That's like Home Alone tactics.
Yeah, like it's so close to like being decent idea. But it's not.
Someone was able to pick out the audio was from a Russian TV
sure,
show.
yeah. Anybody that's Russian who could, understand it probably could have picked that out.
And he also online posted that he was moving to Arizona. So he's hard to trace because he has like hundreds of Facebook pages and online personas all saying different shit, and he doesn't leave a paper trail. And at the same time with the online groups hunting him, he was hunting those groups as well. So he would be sending those people personal information about themselves, proving that he was watching and following them as well. So like the people that are looking for him, he's sending them like their full name, their address, the name of their family and stuff like that. So fucked up. That's like movie serial killer hunter shit.
Oh, yeah.
They finally, though, were able to narrow down the search when a photo of him was posted, revealing him to be back in Toronto. And this time they looked at the picture and they noticed the lamppost behind him, and they were only in one certain part of Toronto, and they were able to locate it down to the intersection that the picture was taken. So they're getting on his trail.
Yeah, why the fuck's this dude? He's just posting pictures this whole time, doing all that. Like, this guy's just fucking weird.
He's just so into himself.
Like,
man.
imagine being this guy just sitting at the computer. Like, yeah, what else can I do right now to try to make my dumbass famous?
Hey, you got. At least he's honest. Intelligence was not number one.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it really is true. Yeah,
You know how
he
much
did tell us.
You know how much time this would fucking take to do all this online? Hundreds of Facebook pages, all this shit. It's ridiculous.
But he has been avoiding the cops for what, like 2 years now?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, so I
It's
mean,
been a while. In spring 2012, Magnotta had just moved into an apartment, and he would soon intersect with the life of June Lin. A video then went online that was a photo slideshow of Luka Magnotta again, this time begging for people to help find this serial killer. The video once again was believed to have been made and posted by Luka himself. So it's like, he hasn't posted any videos of him killing shit. Let's make a reminder that this monster is still out there. So he posts this video so people don't forget.
he's calling himself a serial killer?
Yeah, he's like, this psychopath must be caught.
Huh. All right.
Yeah. And it's been 18 months since Luka first posted the kitten videos, and even though the online investigators kept sending over information, they never attempted to arrest or question Magnotta. Then again, they weren't able to actually find him. Whether or not their search for him was extensive or not, I don't know.
That must not have been.
But the police had no file on him. They had no warrant for his arrest either. And by the time they actually would try to make a move to get him, it would be too late. So here we go into the really fucked up shit.
Yeah, finally
So-
there.
Just a warning and a heads up, it's fucking coming up soon.
Kev, can you hand me that pillow?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Wait,
dude.
what is he gonna
It's
play the
bone-
fucking end of My Girl?
Online, once again, a mysterious user would go on the online message boards all over the internet, making comments and promoting a video with the title, "One Lunatic, One Icepick." He stated it could be found using a Tor browser, and of course, this got a lot of people online interested in wondering what it was. And he also posted a picture of a man in a purple jumpsuit holding an ice pick. And once again, of course, these were all Luka posting and commenting, asking about the video, like, hey, where can it be found? I want to see it. Have you guys seen this? Have you heard about this? Oh my, that's just, hey, have you read about this? Have you heard about this? Stand by for Conan.
Dude, did this guy listen to ICP and all? Insane Clown Posse?
I don't know, probably.
Because that sounds so much like that one Vanilla Ice line. Or wait, no. Mars from Dark Lotus. Ice pick to the head of my dick. I might slice up my face and my lips.
Oh, yeah.
My main artery is telling me to let it flow free.
Hey, yo, Mars, you never was Lotus.
And you notice.
And this was the exact same method that he did with the kitten video also. So they're all like, oh, fuck, this is
here it
him.
comes. Yeah.
There's fucking something coming. May 24th, 2012, June Lin was last reported as being seen. And 9 p.m. that day was the last anyone had heard from him when he had sent a text message. His boss became suspicious when he didn't show up for work. A couple of his friends went to his apartment to try and find him, worried that something bad had happened.
May 24th was like close to the, what was the fucking thing where all the Christians believe they were going to heaven?
The Rapture?
The Rapture. Wasn't the Rapture supposed to happen like May 2012? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever Macho Man.
What if they thought what if they're like, holy shit, where's June at? I don't know. Wasn't the Rapture yesterday? Oh my God, they took him.
The friends reached out and phoned his parents asking if they had heard from him, but his parents hadn't heard either. This worried them extremely because he would be in contact with his parents like every single day, and it was like 3 or 4 days since they've last heard from him.
Who did he send that last text message to? Does it say?
Just one of his friends. I'm not sure who.
Does it say what it said or anything?
I didn't find it, no. So here we go. May 25th. A video is uploaded online to the website bestgore.com.
Ugh.
It is an 11-minute long video depicting a naked male that is tied to the bed, and he is then repeatedly stabbed in the abdomen with an ice pick dozens of times. The victim is still alive while this is happening. He also gets stabbed in the neck, and the video then cuts to the victim now dead, with his throat cut so deep that he's pretty much decapitated at this point. And I was on the site where it was posted, and you can see all the comments where people being like, "No, I don't think this is real.
Oh
There's
my
no
God.
way this is real."
Yeah, that's definitely happening.
And you can also read the page where it's before they learned what happened.
Yeah.
Where like, yeah, we're taking this down for now till we know like the details and all this other shit. So the killer then takes a kitchen knife and he starts to cut off the muscles as well as cutting the head all the way off. He cuts one of the arms off and he rubs himself in the dick with it.
Oh,
God.
wait a minute. Just this site's... So this site was considering taking the video down if it was real or if it was fake?
If it was real.
Fake gore can still be the best.
Like, what?
Well,
Like,
it was requested by tons of people to take it down.
yeah.
He then starts fucking the corpse through the front of him. Then he flips him over, fucks him again. The killer then takes a knife and slices off part of the guy's ass cheek and he eats a piece.
What?
Then he feeds some of it to a dog.
What?
But our killer isn't done yet. Next, he takes a beer bottle, shoves it up the guy's ass, and he fucks it with it. And then lastly, he laid down on the bed and he used a severed hand to masturbate with.
This is all in the video?
Yeah.
Holy
It's
shit,
fucking
dude.
11 minutes of this shit.
Holy shit.
During the video, there's also a Casablanca poster on the wall, and the song True Faith by New Order is playing on loop.
I don't know what that is.
I think it was in American Psycho. You would know it if you
okay.
heard it. I actually like the song, but you can't fucking listen to it without thinking of this video.
Oh, I think I'd have never seen the video. I
So-
would not have that in me.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
May 26th, the video was reported to the police, and people urged the website to take it down. Police would later confirm the video as being authentic, and they were also later able to identify the victim as June Lin. Yeah, we're still not fucking done yet. At 11 a.m. May 29th, a package containing a left foot was delivered to the national headquarters of the Conservative Party of Canada. The package was stained with blood and smelled awful. It was also marked with the red heart symbol. There were also a few other packages that were mailed out that contained a torso and a left hand. The first package was first noticed on the 25th. This is the one that had the torso. On the 25th of May by a janitor outside of an apartment, but it wasn't picked up due to the amount of trash, so it was there for a few days and just smelled awful, had maggots and shit hanging out of it. After the police searched the scene here, they found human remains, bloody clothes, papers identifying the suspect, as well as, quote, sharp objects that were located in the back alley. There was also surveillance footage showing Magnotta and June in the apartment building going to where Magnotta was living at the time. And also on the videos afterwards, there's many clips of him bringing numerous garbage bags outside. So you can see the surveillance video of them going into his apartment and then him coming out later with garbage bags over and over.
Oh, God, this dude's a fucking douche.
The police then searched the apartment building and found that Magnotta had already moved almost everything out and he was nowhere to be seen. They did find blood all over the place, though, including the mattress, refrigerator, table, and bathtub. And also there was a lot of weird messages that were left behind, such as, quote, "If you don't like the reflection, don't look in the mirror. I don't care." That was written in red ink on the inside of a closet.
Yeah, dude, that was like, I mean, I missed a lot of this stuff when I was researching. I must not have, gone far enough, but that was one of the weirdest things. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
He wrote notes on the packages and shit, too.
Yeah, but he wrote that in a closet.
Wait, so he's done sending the packages out?
No, well, there's a few more that get found.
Yeah, and it talks about, like, where they go, too.
So he, used the dentist system earlier, but, he finally got to the very last step. Separate entirely.
May 30th, the victim of the video and the body parts were identified as June Lin. It was later found out that Luka had actually flown out of Montreal and into Paris on May 26th. So he posted the video, mailed the body parts, and then left. He also wrote lame and weird notes on some of the packages, such as, roses are red, violets are blue. The police will need dental records to identify you, bitch.
Dude, holy shit. He fucking stole that from like a super shitty movie.
It's not even good.
Dude, watch the movie Valentine. Valentine came out like 2001 or 2. And there's a girl from that gets a postcard or like it's like a Valentine's Day card that says that.
Yeah, it's like it's so
that fucking guy stole it from that movie.
lame and unoriginal.
I mean, I'm sure that movie probably stole it from something too, but Jesus.
Now, June 5th, 2 more packages were found. Luka had mailed these ones to an elementary school and another school. These ones contained a foot and a hand. Like, what a sick fuck, dude. Like, to a school.
Did those have like a note or anything?
I think they did. I don't remember what they were.
I mean, this isn't funny, but like, it would almost be funny if it was like right after they lost like a sports game or something. Like he mails it to a school. It's like, yeah, it seems like you guys could use a hand. That would at least be almost funny. Like I would almost be okay with that.
He just steals lines from movies and sends them places. Yeah. He sends one just to the school. It says, "School's for fools. Look at me." Ha ha ha.
So the reason that June was the one chosen for this act, it was because the night before he went missing, he responded to a Craigslist ad that was posted by Magnotta stating, "I am looking for a sexy guy who is interested in becoming an actor in a personal movie that I'm making." He also posted other stuff like no sex and no dick sucking. You're not going to get paid and all this other stuff.
Holy shit. Yeah, you're definitely not getting paid.
I feel bad for the dude for like responding to that because I'm guessing he was just super fucking lonely or something.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know why you would respond to it because it's already a super creepy fucking message.
Yeah.
And it was like you have to send a picture with it or else I'm not looking at it. So he sent a picture of himself also.
Yeah.
Dude, one of my favorite things ever online is I found out about like JO clubs, which is like jack off clubs. And like they're the funniest Craigslist ads of all time. It's like I think my favorite one was like it was like, yeah, you can come over and listen to my 5.1 surround sound stereo, 500 megawatt cool stereo system, and we can listen to AC/DC 3 CDs on repeat. Oh. And you know, maybe we can JO on the side, but no looking at each other because I don't do gay stuff. And like almost all the JO ads are like no gay stuff.
Yeah.
But like they want to jack off in a room together.
Yes,
it's like, you know, like
so if you're asking the question if that's gay or not, it's a little gay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And like in the AC/DC ad one, it was like you can try and turn down the stereo, but I'll tell you can't.
Never mind, I'm back on board.
Dude, after this is done, I'll look them up. They're so good.
Let's fucking create our own.
Already did, man. That's one fucking two's talking about right now.
$5 shave club.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So back to Magnotta. First, he's in Paris, and he's staying with people that he meets online or with dating apps or Craigslist. So like he's meeting these people and then staying with them.
Yeah.
The people that he stayed with claim that they didn't have any sexual encounters. Who knows? I mean, also Barbie said they didn't have a lot of sex either, I think.
Didn't they make a song about him? 21 Pilots? You were staying in Paris to get away from your parents, and I found out you mailed that guy's mouth to your parents.
Oh, man.
He then flees again and takes a bus to Berlin. While he's in Berlin, a person notices him at an internet cafe and identifies him to the police. And it wasn't real hard for that person to know who he was because his picture's being posted everywhere.
Yeah.
And also because he's on the computer at the internet cafe reading articles about himself.
Yep. Ugh.
And that is what he's doing when he gets arrested. He's looking at shit about himself.
Yeah.
He first denies that he's like, no, I'm not Luka Magnotta. Like, he denies it. He gives him some name because, I mean, to fly over there, he had an alias. But eventually admits it's him, and he's flown back to Montreal for jailing in his trial. And there's a ton of shit, a lot of information about the trial, and as well as his mental health diagnosis that I don't want to get into, or else this podcast would be like 3 times as long. I believe, I'm not positive, but I believe they eventually find the dude's head. I think he threw it in a lake or something.
Yeah, they did. I remember reading that.
During the trial, he admits to killing June Lin, but he pleads not guilty because of him being mentally unhinged at the time, saying he wasn't criminally responsible.
Well, you fucking planned the whole thing and put a video of it online, you fucking idiot.
Premeditated, like crazy.
Yeah,
all this shit is.
Yeah, he was killing kittens for years before he even did this.
So here's another fucked up thing. In the surveillance video of where Luka is taking June up to his apartment where he kills him and all the other stuff, when they have the video surveillance of him leaving later, Luka, he's wearing June's shirt.
Ugh.
Like, what the fuck? Why do you gotta wear his shirt? That's like makes it even more fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know why that does, but that does. Why does that add so much to it?
It makes it even fucking worse for some reason.
Yeah, that adds so much to it when really that's like the stupidest thing ever.
So Luka receives an automatic life sentence with no possibility of parole for 25 years, plus 19 years to be served concurrently. And he was never tried for anything in regards to the animal videos, however. So there's some people out there that really claim that wasn't him, even though the evidence is fucking ridiculous.
It
like
was fucking
people defend this guy. I have no idea why.
Okay, well, all right. Even if you're defending on that, okay, what if that wasn't him? He did this. He fucking brutally killed this guy. So I mean, even if he didn't kill the kittens, what's your defense on that?
So here's some recent information about him. Supposedly, he writes letters to friends while he's in prison, and then he talks about how much he loves jail and being in prison. He said that they have all these parties there. They have pizza parties, ice cream parties, movie nights, and he also gets to go sun tanning and work out. And he said it feels like it's a university rather than prison because the doors are open. You can go wherever you want. 99% sure it's all bullshit.
Yeah,
he's just making all this shit up.
There's no fucking way.
He's acting like he's on a vacation. Also, he found love. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
He found his Prince Charming using a matchmaking website for criminals, which inmates, they don't get internet use, but there is like a dating website to where you can send your information and picture and shit like that to a person running it, and they'll set it up for you or something. I really don't remember. But this is what he said in his. Seeking single white male, 28 to 38 years of age, white and in shape. One who is loyal, preferably educated, financially and emotionally stable for a long-term committed relationship. Motherfucker, you're not getting out.
You got life in murder or life in prison for murder.
And if you think you could be my Prince Charming, send me a detailed letter with at least 2 photos. And then he shortly after had it taken down because he said he found who he is looking for, and I'm pretty sure he's married now.
Jesus. Dude, that sounds like almost the exact thing he put out when he fucking murdered that dude.
Yeah.
Like, send pictures and, ugh.
If we send a letter to Luka in prison and we have him with all of his accounts give us 5-star reviews, we would easily reach the top of podcasts.
Perfect.
Holy shit, dude. That's so fucking
You know,
true.
I think this Luka guy's pretty fucking handsome. I think he's right. The people are right. He's probably one of the top handsomest guys I've ever seen. Like, someone that handsome has to get 5-star reviews like crazy, right?
There's no way you'd even fucking hear this.
And he put all this effort into the number one thing that matters.
You guys want to take a couple pictures?
So, alrighty, that's everything we have on this fucking piece of shit douchebag, that fucking schmuck. So is there anything you guys want to mention or comment about before we have Spence to our closing shit?
Chainsaw. I'll eat your ass raw. You know Luka Magnotta had a connection to cake farts?
Oh, dude, cake farts is fucking funny.
Okay, that was funny.
If you want to watch a fucking funny movie, look up cake farts or meatloaf farts.
Is good.
Pudding farts. It's all the same girl.
Which one's the one where she takes a dump at the end of it?
I think it's meatloaf farts where at the end a little turd flies out.
When she's like, we're making supper, and the girl's like, why are you doing this? And like holds it up to her ass.
You know what I like most? Cake farts.
Oh,
all right, Spence, hit
dude.
us with that closing shit, brother.
All right, brother fans.
Oh,
Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate all of you. We would love to hear your feedback on Twitter or Facebook or to our email, which is brotherscommonplace@gmail.com. And please, if you can, leave us reviews and share our podcast with everyone you know. So leave us a 5-star review. Leave us a little comment on what you thought, and you'll become a new honorary brother. And spread this podcast far and wide, like the ash and dust after a volcanic eruption.
So special thanks to everyone out there that's listening and sharing, and everyone that's giving us a 5-star review on iTunes. That's awesome. That means the world to us.
We definitely want you guys to just, actually request these things. So I'm going to up the ante a little bit. If you guys request this with a 5-star review, Kevin and Toof are going to reenact the What's in the Box scene from 7. So, come on, man. You guys know you want to see that shit.
Thank God we're not, recreating that after this episode.
Dude, I swear to God, that's what made me think of it. I swear to God, I thought of it like forever ago. Because, in the box.
And if you're a podcaster out there, and if you left us a review, make sure you put the name of your podcast in there. We'll listen, check it out, share, and give you a 5-star review right back. Alrighty, too, if you want to hit us with some words of wisdom.
Words. What are words usually in? Or sometimes in? Songs, correct?
Yes, sir.
Songs have lyrics. I Googled some lyrics if you want me to speak them with my mouth.
We do.
Yeah, please.
In the form of song. Now, this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute and sit right there and tell you how we became the brothers Commonplace. In Ohio, yeah, we were born and raised on the podcast is where we spent most of our days chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, shooting some BS, acting all cool. When a couple more guys joined, when a couple of guys who were up to no good started joining the podcast and made it good. We did one little episode and our fans got scared and said, "You're our favorite podcast that we love to listen."
Oh my God. Hey, Toof, to make it fair, will you put away that book of rhyming?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just try to entertain you, Kevin. I'm done then.
We'll do that. We know one fan's going to stop listening because he doesn't pay attention to fucking William Shakespeare in class. So,
Dude, Toof, that was fucking awesome, man. So thank you. All right.
Tuck that turtle in, Dad.
All righty. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Be good. Stay safe.
laugh at the dark stuff. Hashtag wild man.
Hashtag wild man.
Hashtag, well, let me read this real quick. Hashtag pretzel dick.
Hashtag pretzel dog.
The Sword Buyer's Guide gave it a buy it now rating, which is pretty much the highest rating you can get.
It's the pretzel kid coming at you live just with the pretzels.
Last name Pretzel, first name Greatest.
This February, history will be made. Millions will watch as 80 years of unjust stigma is left in the past. A product that drove good people to the black market will be revealed as one that's creating a new global market. This February, what inspired the symbol of counterculture will at long last be seen as just culture. The new normal is coming. Will you be one of the first to see it? Visit medmen.com to watch an exclusive preview.
This is firefighter Raphael Porriette for Firehouse Subs. Introducing new Firehouse Pairs. Pair your favorite small sub with a signature side, like the awesome 5-cheese mac and cheese. And remember, a portion of every purchase at Firehouse Subs goes towards helping first responders. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives. Participating locations only. Firehouse Subs will donate a minimum of $1 million in 2019 to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation by donating 0.11% of every purchase.